Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday, and welcome back to the second ever episode of the Scaries podcast. We are super excited to have you, and I am super excited to have my first ever guest here on the show, Miss Kayla Michelle Fisher.
Hold for applause.
We can add that in post. We are super excited to dive into more of all of your confessions from your weekend, everything from career chaos to your relationship drama and any other drunken confessions you are all always so willing and able to share with me. Before we get into that, I did just want to tell you a little bit more about our wonderful guest, Kayla. In case you've been living under a rock, you may not be familiar with Kayla, but she is a Boston legend. She is one of the largest content creators here in Boston. She covers everything from adulting to dating and just straight speaking the facts. And would you say everything in between? How would you describe your content?
Oh, like professional yapper. Like I will yap your ear off and I will tell you what you don't want to hear that your friends are too nice to tell you. So I'd say Matt has that pretty much all in the bag.
Yeah, I'm there with the yapper. I think you're a little bit more honest than I am. Or like maybe you'll say what I'm maybe thinking.
For sure. Like definitely honest to everybody but myself.
I don't know. That's a little harsh. So the concept of this episode will be a little bit different. We're here to basically share a perspective on your stories from a guy and girl perspective. So if you're wondering why that guy isn't texting you back or why he said a certain thing, we're going to help you figure out from both her perspective and my perspective. So with that, we can move on to the ground rules. As always, every submission is anonymous and will stay anonymous. This is an inclusive space. There will be no hate tolerated, and we listen and we do not judge. We might judge a little bit, but we don't say anything mean if we do judge.
Not too mean.
All right, no
Not too mean.
promises. And last off, neither Kayla nor myself are licensed therapists. We barely have our driver's license. This is for entertainment purposes only and should not be used in lieu of actual medical advice. All right, so the way that this works, and I'll explain it to you and also our listeners, because again, everyone's pretty new to this concept. So I have my cards here, all with the user submissions, and I've broken it up into 3 different segments today. So we have our rapid fire round, which we'll start off with, where I'll just be reading out a bunch of different submissions, and we will give any initial gut reactions or advice, feedback that we can. And then we'll move more into a few other segments that are a little bit more fun. So what I'm calling scary story time, where we share some of our more personal scaries, if we're both willing and able. And the last one is an all new segment that I'm super excited to share with you. I'm going to keep that one as a surprise until then, but we will have one new game involved that you guys didn't see last episode. And then we'll take it from there. We'll award a scary of the week. So keep an eye out for or an ear out for a specific scary that you might want to award as the scariest of the week.
Okay.
And with that, we can get into things. Now, you've seen like my stories of this before, right? Like, you know what you're signing up for.
Oh, yeah. Your viewers are having crazy weekends.
Yeah. They're definitely living, I would say I'm living vicariously through them, but I don't think I would want to experience that. I think traumatic. All right. So the first one is a dating one. And it is that I went on 6 dates this weekend and they all sucked. So now I'm just tired and single. First off, like 6 dates in a weekend, that's 2 days. That's 3 a day.
Jeez. Breakfast, lunch, dinner dates.
Yes, you're keeping yourself booked and busy. I hope you're not paying for all of those because, I mean, what do you do for work if you're taking out 6 dates? I mean, unless you're doing like a walk in the park, that's like a cheap date, but.
Yeah, also, are they all food related? Like, I feel like restaurants are the most common date. Are you just eating, girl? Like,
if you're feeding them, like.
I'd be so full by my dinner date. That's crazy.
But also, like, if a guy took you on a date and it was like maybe a first date and it wasn't a food date, it was like a walk in the park, like cheap date.
Yeah, a coffee date.
Would you be down for that? Like, or would you? That's probably why he's single.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think maybe the tough thing with 6 dates in one weekend is you're never giving your all to a single date.
Yeah, you're spread way too
exhausted.
thin. Spread way too thin.
But your 4th, 5th, and 6th date didn't stand a chance.
Also, like remembering everyone's names, I couldn't. Like, I struggle. Like, I think I have to say the date's name multiple times in my head before I go on a date.
Yeah.
Just to remember it. Now you have 6 of them.
And that's too early to be doing pet names. You can't be calling all of them baby.
No,
You're
it's like,
screwed.
hey, you.
Hey, you. Hey there.
But yeah, tired and single's relatable. I feel you there.
I mean, I feel like you might need a little bit of a break after 6. Like, take a yoga class, meditate, and then spread them out a little bit more.
Also, how are you getting these dates? Are these all from the apps or are some organic? Or like, I mean, you might have exhausted Hinge and you can go on a dry streak from there.
You're gonna go through your entire dating pool
I
depending
mean,
on
if
where
you
you're
think
living.
about it, like, how many actual dates, how many matches to dates would you actually go on?
I mean, it sounds like this person is going like every match is a date.
Yeah.
6 in one weekend.
Take some time off.
Yeah, make the dates more fun for you because if they suck, maybe like make it an aquarium date because you're not gonna ever not have fun at the aquarium.
Yeah, the aquarium date's a good one. But that one might get pricey too. But I don't know. Maybe you could get like a season pass. Anyways, all right, we can move on to the next one. And this one, this is like a fear of mine, I'd say. But had a one night stand with a guy and his dog bit me, I had to get stitches. That's like, well, I mean, look at him. If anything, I don't think he could bite anyone. I've tried to put my like hand or my face in his mouth and he won't press down.
Yeah. Also, like I'm a big dog person, so like, did you deserve it?
Also, you sure it was the dog?
Yeah. Like, did the dog bite you, or did you do something to make the dog mad? Like,
Where did you find is the guy a biter? Did you find a biter?
yeah. Also, what breed of dog is it? Is it a cute dog? If it's a cute dog, I'm definitely not on your side.
Yeah.
Oh, Stitches is crazy though. Stitches, it has to be like a
Stitches
big
does suck.
dog.
I don't know. Did you see the dog? Like, I feel like if maybe you came out with a bite and he's like, yeah, it was my dog. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, were the lights off? Were you guys getting freaky? Like, that's a good point.
This is some Archie Hammer shit.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, for sure. Definitely check the bite marks and see if they're human or actual dog.
I would. By the way, get a rabies shot though too. In the meantime,
For 100%. Step 1.
it's like imagine like thinking all you had to fear was herpes and you end up leaving with rabies.
Rabies might be better than some of the things you could leave on a one night stand. So I'll take the rabies.
I've left crazier. All right, this one's a tough one. I have been 4 months of zero contact with my ex, and I'm still missing them.
Yeah, well, 4 months. How long was the relationship? Because 4 months isn't that. If it's a very long term relationship, 4 months is still pretty early on in that healing process.
I don't know. I've gone on 6 months with fucking a first date.
I mean, I feel like if it's
I'm
one
still
of those,
dreaming of them.
I mean, I don't blame you. If how did it end too is a big one. If it ended in a way where it's like very clear the relationship was not going to work, like, girl, keep pushing through that. No contact.
I would also say, like, when you say 4 months of zero contact, does that mean you're not looking at their social media? You're not looking at your old messages, any old photos? Like, define zero contact. Like, sure, you may not have talked to the person, but have you heard their voice in a video? Because I feel like you also have to go full cold turkey.
Yeah, if you're stalking them during no contact, like that is for sure contact in a way.
Yeah.
You're not letting yourself heal organically. You're just kind of like putting a Band-Aid on a broken leg.
It's like if you gave up drinking, but you still like huff the bottle of vodka every now and then just to like feel something.
It's like you gave up tequila, but you're still drinking Baileys. Like, I hate to break it to you, babe.
Yeah.
It's still alcohol.
It still counts. I'd give it, I mean, I feel like 6 months has always historically been when I've started to see a turn in those ones that last a little bit longer. So I'd say give it 2 more months of actual no contact, no hearing their voice, no looking at their face on any social media, nothing. Don't like connect with any of their friends and ask how they're doing or anything. Like, I hate to say it, act as if they died.
Yeah, unfortunately, the hard truth.
Yeah.
Honestly, sometimes it's easier to act as if they've died.
Yeah. And I'd say that goes both ways. Like, I feel like, guy or a girl, no contact. I don't think there's any.
No contact is definitely no contact. I think sometimes us girls like to get in our heads, like, enough time has passed. Things will be different now.
Yeah.
But let's be real, depending on how long the relationship is, things aren't going to change in 4 months.
Yeah.
Not without open communication. And clearly right now we're not doing communication. So stick to it. 6 months at least.
Yeah, go hang with your friends.
Go talk to that girl that had 6 dates in one weekend.
Yeah, go find that guy.
Go find that
guy, girl.
person.
I don't know. I don't have their genders on.
Oh yeah,
here,
go
so.
find the person that goes on 6 dates a weekend and hang out with them.
Start doing 6 dates. This one's a classic one. Asked a guy out and he never responded. Has that ever happened to you?
I mean,
it's kind of a gender swap. Not saying that a girl can't ask a guy out, but it's definitely not the traditional norm.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely asked a guy out and like they just wanted to be friends.
Yeah.
I think you just have to kind of put your pride.
I've been asked out. I like it. I mean, I like anyone giving me any sort of attention. Like even if I'm not into them.
That's fair.
I think there should be no fear in asking a guy out.
No, never. It's never that serious.
Yeah.
If you like somebody, ask them.
And if he didn't respond, I also wouldn't say like, so this girl's going to probably go off and be like, he ghosted me. It's like, well, if you never add anything, there's no ghosting here. This is fair game.
That's true too. But it would have been nice. I think if somebody asks you out, gender, if it's the girl or the guy, the least you can do is reject them kindly.
Yeah.
Like they clearly built up the courage to ask you out in the first place. The least you can do is actually say, I'm sorry, I'm not interested, rather than just blatantly not answering.
Yeah, or do it in person. Force an answer.
Yeah, that's one
He
way.
can't not respond unless
Handcuff
he's
them
mute.
to a bar.
Yeah.
Until they agree to go out
Corner
with
him
you.
in.
Leave them there.
Yeah. All right, next one is the person I've been talking to. I like this one. The person I've been talking to wants to fly across the world to see me. What do I do? They must have met on Raya, because I've never met someone on Raya,
it's a Raya problem.
within the same state.
I mean, I'd say let them. Like, they're trying to fly across the world for you. Okay, Disney princess.
Okay, I have a totally different opinion on this, and this is from an experience. If it's early on in dating, like if you met this person, say you were studying abroad, or like you've spent like a little bit of time with them and now you live in different places and they want to fly away and see you, that's fine. If this is someone that you just either started talking to on the internet or maybe have met once or twice very superficially and now they're like, I want to come and spend a week with you, like this person could show up, and reality is like you don't really know them, and you could find out after 6 hours of being with them and like whether they're staying with you at your place or they got a hotel that you just don't fuck with this person because you have not spent that much time with them, and they could turn out to be a sociopath.
That is true. I think, yeah, definitely have a few FaceTime dates. I think if you've been talking to them for a good chunk of time, you have FaceTime them, you've seen their face, like their voice and their face match. It's not going to be a catfish. Like, then maybe like do it for the plot.
It sounds more romantic on paper, but I would be really careful because it could go wrong if you find out after like the first hour that you're like, oh wait. Because texting has no tone. Like in even FaceTime, I think it's different than, okay, I'm like actually stuck with this person and like I can't just hang up and now I have my space.
Yeah. Well, that's why if they're going to fly to you, like make them get a hotel room. Like they can't stay with you for the week.
Yeah, that's fair. Let them have a plan B.
Definitely.
All right, cool. Oh, I like this one. I've done this before. Went on a first date. The next day, they drunk called me 20 times.
Oh.
How would you feel if that happened? Have you ever done that? Or
have I drunk called somebody 20
Yeah,
times?
like
Absolutely not. Actually, I could be lying to you.
I've
No,
done
I don't think
both.
so. I think I'm good about like if I feel like drunk texting somebody I shouldn't be, I put my phone away.
Yeah, I think with age, I've gotten really good at I do not drunk text someone. If I drunk text someone, I can be drunk and text them, but not someone that I shouldn't. Like it's a safe space usually. But I have definitely in my earlier 20s done this, and I won't lie, and it's happened to me. I love it. Like
You love getting drunk calls?
It's definitely more embarrassing to do it, but again, it's that ego.
Yeah, you love being on their mind.
Yeah,
I get
I'm
it.
like, oh, because if they have 2 functioning brain cells, they're using one of them to call me 20 times.
Exactly. And also, like, drunk calls are sober thoughts. So if they're calling you when they're drunk, especially 20 times, they literally want to marry you. So
Yeah. Well, I think that drunk thoughts aren't always
sober thoughts.
Yeah, sometimes I just pull whatever is the first thing that comes to my mind and just let it rip.
Whatever's going to work.
Yeah, but it's not always the truth, but it sometimes is mean.
The drunk calls are totally fine if like it's somebody you're just trying to hook up with. I think when like you're fully single and you're wanting to drunk call just to hook up, that's always fun for the plot.
Yeah.
But like you went on an actual date with that person, there might have been something, and then you're drunk calling 20 times.
Yeah,
Messy.
I think this is an easy recovery, but I don't know. It's definitely a beige flag.
Beige flag for sure. How many of those 20 is that person going to call a butt dial?
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. All right, this is a good one. So my friend got engaged after 6 months in a relationship. Do I stage an intervention?
That is so hard because I'm so like pro. You should tell your friends everything, but then also when it comes to relationships, like sometimes they just don't want to hear it.
I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole. I'd be like, you do you.
You got to let them learn their own lessons.
Yeah.
Like send them into battle.
I'm not getting you an engagement gift.
Ooh, good point.
I'm definitely not like supporting it, but you don't want to be the person that says, "Hey, I think you're making a mistake," because it comes off super unsupportive.
Yes.
And it's not going to have the outcome. Let them figure it out for themselves.
I think if your friend comes to you and asks you if you think they're making a mistake, that's one thing. Be
Yeah.
honest. Yeah, I kind of think you're just rushing into things. But I don't think you should unwarrantly have that conversation with
This
them.
is also like kind of delusional behavior, so I don't think that person's coming to you for advice after
That's
getting
also,
engaged.
yeah. If they're getting engaged after 6 months, they don't want to hear it, even if they
Yeah.
know it's true.
Or, okay, well, what if it's like a mail-ordered bride situation, like a 90-day fiance?
Could be.
Because in that
Ooh.
case, it's like, hell yeah.
I mean, yeah, I support that.
Also, wait, reality TV is usually a lot less than 6 months.
Yeah, wait a minute. If every bachelor and bachelorette from every season can get engaged after like 2 months, you can do it after 6.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, in retrospect, maybe I almost tried to do this. Never mind.
Actually a hypocrite.
And no one staged an intervention. That's fake of them. All right, the next one. I woke up next to a random... Oh, no, not next to. Sorry. I woke up to a random guy passed out on my balcony. I live on the 2nd floor.
Do you have one of those fire ladders, or did he Spider-Man that
I
shit?
don't know. I'm just more like, wow, you can afford a balcony? What do you do?
Wait, you have a balcony? What's your address? Can I come over,
Like,
actually?
how big is it? Is it like you got like outdoor furniture? Is it one of those Juliet like window things that just opens a little bit? Like,
True. Also, like, was the guy hot?
yeah, is this in Boston? It sounds like you're doing great.
Or was it like some creepy giant hobo dude?
I feel like this could have happened like this past weekend, like it being St. Patty's Day in
Oh, yeah.
Boston. This is totally something that would happen in Southie.
Yeah,
But,
a green leprechaun man showing up on your balcony
yeah, in a Celtics jersey.
in a Celtics jersey, ass crack, half out, still holding his beer
Yeah.
while sleeping.
I would get a
100%.
ring camera for the back, or just a camera.
Yeah, or just make sure you lock your door before you go to bed
Yeah,
every night.
definitely lock it. Call
On your
the
bougie
police.
balcony. Congratulations on that, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, but first off, I'm just jealous of you for having a balcony. All right, this is a really good one that I think probably has happened to a lot of people, and I definitely think there's some opinions on it. My first date asked me to split the bill and wants to go out again. What do I do?
I'm pro split the bill on a first date, always. I know that's like not the common thing for girls, but I like prefer to split the bill on the first date.
A feminist.
I just think like on a first date, you don't know what you're signing up for. It's all very new. Like nobody owes. I think it's genuinely sure, like if the guy wants to pay, but I also think that it's totally fine to split it.
Yeah.
And so I think that giving up on this guy just for not paying on the first date would be a little
I
selfish.
bet that person who did the 6 dates was probably splitting.
No, 6 dates in one weekend? No way. The person that did that was getting all of that paid for. That's why they did 6.
That's funny. I personally, if I initiated the date, I'm gonna pay the bill. If I've had girls ask me out and be like, I want to buy you a drink. I'm like, okay, like you can buy like one round. You go to a bar where like then I can maybe pick up the round. Like I'm okay with splitting the bill, but I definitely am going into a date assuming that I am paying for it. But yeah, I know that some people that's a deal breaker. That's like if they like from a girl's perspective, if they go out and the guy doesn't cover the bill, that it's not for them. Which honestly, I would be okay with that. I mean, if that's what you're looking for, like that's what you're looking
Yeah,
for.
if like, everybody has their own standards. If that's
Yeah.
your standard, let it be your standard. I'm big on like I'll kind of do that if it's like a first date. I'm totally down to split, and then like I kind of want the guy to pay for the second date.
Yeah.
Like, because by then you know what you're getting involved in.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
now
I
you
want
can
a
buy me
sugar
dinner.
daddy, so let's just if they want to buy it, I'll let it happen. Just set the precedent early. Did he take a shit? Does it smell like shit?
Don't you ever blame him for something like that ever again.
It just all of a sudden I feel like smells like shit. Yeah, he did.
Stop, he's embarrassed. No, it's okay.
All right, sorry, brief intermission because Kirkland took a dump on the floor. So yeah.
Honestly, we didn't do any testing on it, so there's no proof as to who left the dump, but it was Kirkland.
He's like, good luck finding my waste now. I started talking to a guy from TikTok. Not sure if I'm getting scammed or not.
Well, have you FaceTimed him?
Yeah, does he have a profile?
Like, it's as simple as FaceTiming
Is he a
these days.
TikTok shop? Is he trying to ask you to buy something?
Yeah, is he trying to sell you like a 12-in-1 wrench?
A neck pillow?
Then I have really bad news for you. But it's as simple as FaceTiming for sure. If he's refusing to FaceTime, it's probably not him.
I mean, you got to take it off platform. TikTok, I think, is the most suspicious Probably.
For
Like you got to
catfishing?
take it to Instagram and then find a LinkedIn. Um, yeah, I think there are a lot of ways to check into this
Definitely. I
nowadays.
also think it depends on how you met him. Like if it was a dating app, you might be screwed. But if they like slid in your DMs, a lot of these TikTokers will be verified.
Yeah.
If it's a verified account, they had to upload their ID.
Yeah.
So it is them,
Yeah.
probably.
Do you read your TikTok DMs?
No,
I
not my
don't
TikTok
either.
DMs. Instagram, I'll scroll through once
Instagram,
in a
yeah.
while, but
TikTok
TikTok
DMs,
rarely.
I'm like, I feel like half the time it's, someone's trying to sell me something. So
Always.
I'd say take it off platform
I agree.
and figure it out. Oh, this is interesting. 5 dates with a woman and she doesn't know I'm trans, but the mutual connection is strong.
Oh, what do you think?
I think that if the connection's strong, you need to let her know. Otherwise, once I assume you get intimate, she's like, I don't know what part of the transition that you might be in, but may find out. And I think building a genuine connection first from like an emotional standpoint is the key part. But I think 5 dates there might be some surprises.
Yeah, I think you definitely need to tell the person you're saying. I think at the end of the day, if it's a genuine connection, they're not going to care.
Yeah.
And if they do care and it's this big red flag for them for whatever reason, then they're not the right person for you.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's the big part is it might be disheartening if it doesn't go how you'd like it to go, but I think you can't like say the wrong thing to the right person and this person's probably just like not the right person for you if that's like a deal breaker for them. But I also know that I have empathy that could be like something that's very terrifying that you might not want to share right away, especially if maybe you've had an experience in the past where that has been kind of like a deal breaker. So, but I think the signs are good that the mutual connection is strong.
I agree. I think tell them and then see what happens.
Good luck.
Good luck. And if it doesn't work out, ask ask the girl that goes on 6 dates a weekend.
Yeah, yes, I think
if she has anyone for you.
yeah. Statistically, probably one of their dates they've probably seen similar.
They've got to have a list.
Yeah.
A shareable list. Can't be greedy.
Oh, this one, I feel this. Just got back from vacation and panicking about a full inbox. I mean, I recently just left my job, so like this is something that I feel, but also just like, ooh, I don't have to deal with this
Yeah,
anymore.
I've been doing social media full time now for almost 5 years. A full inbox could not catch me.
But I also think that what I've realized is my inbox, I'm never not looking at my inbox. Even if I'm on vacation, I
Yeah.
think the transition is you're just always on with social media or entrepreneurship in general. You're never disassociating from your inbox because it's not like, okay, I'm on a 9 to 5 job. I'm not getting paid for this. This is my paid time off. I'm not looking at my email. Whereas when you're an entrepreneur, it's just that always on lifestyle.
Yes.
So that just kind of goes away. I would say though, you definitely have so if you're coming back on a Monday, you have till Wednesday grace period of being like, sorry, just catching up, just digging out. That was my favorite line. Just digging out of my inbox, still digging out. Oh, blah, blah, blah. And I always would work from you kind of like get it at it from both ends, kind of like Lady and the Tramp with the spaghetti, like check your old ones and then one new one, old one, new one, and then until you meet in the middle, because the most urgent ones will have followed up, but then like you also want to make sure you didn't lose anything in the weeds. So
That's a good point. Also, when you're usually leaving for vacation, you kind of know what projects are being prioritized in
Yeah.
your position. So when you come back, you know what needs to be done first.
Yeah.
So, I mean, with emails, it's like a lot of them are not that important.
they also always end up being like those junk ones that are just like the click away emails that make you feel like you're being productive, but it's just spam. Like,
Exactly.
a lot of times.
So don't be too worried about that full inbox. Take
Yeah.
it slow.
Okay, this is a good one. I got fucked by 2 married men in the span of 2 hours. Congrats. I bet they like you.
2 married men in the span of 2 hours.
I want to know like what the breakout of the hours was. It like 1:15 was one, and then like by 2:15 there was another.
Did you know the men were married? Did
Where
the
were you?
married men know each other? Is this like some sort of sex group going around?
Yeah. Yeah, if
Swinger
this is
is-
just swinging, then this is just actually probably not that uncommon.
Yeah, like if you're
swinging,
just swinging and you're trying to make it seem like a big deal, like slay girl, just
yeah,
swing.
this is some like Mormon wives stuff.
And to each their own. I'm also realizing I'm just calling everyone girl. Like if you're a guy or a girl, you're just girl.
Girl.
Girl, exactly. It's just like
Girl.
girl.
Well, are you married? I wonder if they're married.
Yeah, are you married?
Ask for a ring.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I mean, at least try and get get some alimony or something.
Get on that,
Well,
will you?
odds are one of them has money. All right, my boyfriend had another girlfriend the whole time. That's crazy. I wouldn't even have time to have like. How do you schedule that?
This happened to me kind of in my last relationship.
Really?
At the
Like
very
a
end.
full on?
At the very end when we were like figuring it out at the end, like if we were gonna completely end our relationship or not. Like the day he texted me one day and he was like, "Yeah, we're not gonna work on this anymore. It's completely over, by the way. I have a girlfriend now. Stop texting me." And I was like,
oof.
"What?"
That's brutal. That's kind of like overlap though. Like
Yeah, so it's not quite the exact same.
Yeah. But like the whole time, that's like the people that have whole other families and they fly to different cities. I don't know. I've only
Yeah,
seen
that's
that on TV, but
insane.
they like have two families and they're like, oh, I got to go to San Francisco for my job. And then they go to their job and they like put on a different set of clothes and then they have a whole other family.
I mean, I want to know how they found out because that had to have been the worst.
I want to know how you remember each of their names.
Yeah.
And like not confuse it.
And also finding out that your boyfriend had another girlfriend was him doing the biggest favor for you ever because clearly he sucks.
Yeah.
And you dodged a bullet.
It could be worse. It could be my husband had another wife the whole time.
That's true.
So on the bright side. All right, I have this. This is the next one. I have a huge crush on my roommate's boyfriend.
No, keep it to yourself.
Nope.
Keep it to
Nope.
yourself.
I'm sure she does too. And you know what? Move out if because that's where this is headed. If you do anything with this, also how do you know he likes you?
Yeah, he definitely doesn't like. Well, I would hope he doesn't like you if he's dating your
Yeah,
roommate.
yeah.
If you have a crush on your roommate's boyfriend, maybe just like stay away. If he comes
this
over,
is-
stay away. Keep
Also,
your
like
distance.
what roommate? I feel like I've had roommates in my life where some are like really close friends, and then some are just roommates. I wonder if that's more of
That's a good point.
the situation. In which case, either way, you got to find a new place to live. But how much do you like this person?
Or either way, just get over it. Like,
Yeah.
too bad. Suck it up. Get over it.
Yeah,
That's not
I
going
know.
anywhere.
There's like plenty of fish. Yeah, rent ain't cheap. Don't screw that up. Also, moving isn't cheap either. Okay, this is a good one for like the his/her perspective. The guy who said he didn't see a romantic connection texted me today.
He wants to have sex with you.
He wants to have sex with you.
Like,
Nothing's
please.
changed. Well, that's unanimous. My boyfriend dumped me in a Panera Bread, so I slept with his best friend a couple hours later.
As you should.
A Panera? I'd be pissed if it was a Panera.
He ruined that mac and cheese bread bowl for you, as you should have slept with his best friend.
Oh my God, yeah. Get a little baguette.
Get a little heartbreak baguette, if you
But
will.
like not even a tate nowadays.
I know, he couldn't even have broken up with you in a nicer coffee shop.
Like an Au Bon Pain.
He couldn't have...
I could name 500 other bakeries.
I don't know, a blank street,
Yeah. Okay, well maybe.
a blue bottle,
A
like...
fucking Dunkin' Donuts. At least I could get munchkins after.
Yeah.
A Panera Bread.
Did he at least buy you Panera before he broke up with
Like
you?
a hibiscus tea. Yeah, that's messed up. So you know what?
Sleep with his other best friend.
Yeah.
Make it an orgy.
Yeah, fuck his dad.
Fuck his dad. Become his mom. Kick him out of the will.
Speaking of dads, all right, car battery my car battery died and the hood won't open due to a broken latch. That sounds like a job for your dad.
As somebody who doesn't have a dad, that definitely sounds like a good job for a dad, I think, according to
Yeah,
movies.
how would you do this? Would you open it?
Oh, I'd pull that. I'd probably call the police.
Yeah.
What am I supposed? I'm literally just a girl.
I have AAA on speed dial.
I'd
And-
call my boyfriend, or I'd call my mom, or I'd
Yeah.
Google it, or maybe call 911.
Oh, AAA, the amount of times that they come save my day is crazy. My car just always, especially in the winter in Boston, the batteries die quicker, and if you don't drive your car for more than a few days, it's done. Jeff, my AAA guy. All right.
You know your AAA guy by name.
Yeah, Jeff. He was always. I honestly just started just paying him under the table and cutting out AAA.
Don't get. Shout out Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff. All right. I learned I was the other woman to someone. Other woman or other man, this is not your kind of problem.
Yeah, like not your circus, not your monkeys.
Yeah. Yeah. Like this is, I think you actually made a video of this recently on your TikTok.
About yeah, it was about like girls finding out their man cheated, and then the girl getting more upset at the woman
Yeah.
than the man that was in the relationship with you
Yeah.
cheating. Like,
No, that's the problem. You're not the problem. You're probably being used as like an exit for that relationship. Like they're self-sabotaging that relationship at that point, or they're just a narcissist. But I have been in this situation, and honestly, people have tried to make me feel bad about it. I'm like, I don't feel bad. I didn't know. I'm not in a relationship. Not my problem.
If you don't know you're the other woman or man or whatever, you're not at fault.
better.
And irregardless of whether that person you're with is saying they're going to leave their significant other for
Yeah.
you, get out of there.
But like, what if that person's persistent? They're like really like trying to hook up with you, and they're like, yeah, we're breaking up, or like it's been over for a while. Like,
Yeah, but again, like if they've had to repeat that twice, that's already
Yeah.
too many times.
yeah.
And why do you even want to be involved with somebody that's with somebody? Like, there's
I mean,
so
I
many
would
other
never get
options.
into like that's a deal breaker for the relationship with that person. Maybe if I had too many drinks and I wanted to hook up, I would just do the hookup. But like, I would. That's a red flag that I would never ever enter then a relationship with that
Yeah,
person.
because if they're doing it to somebody else
They
and
do
they're
it to
saying
you.
they'd never do it to you, they've already made it clear that they're capable of
Yep.
doing it to you.
And you know what? They always go back, even when they.
Yeah, you lose
even
them
if
how you
break
got 'em.
up. Yeah. So, and then to the person who was the other woman, I guess. Like you gotta leave. Like you're dumb if you stay. Like have some self worth.
Yeah, I love how in the beginning of this we're like, we're not going to judge you, and we're not going to be mean, but like
Yeah.
if you stay after finding out, you're dumb.
Like you two actually should be friends.
You actually suck.
Like screw the guy. You guys actually should become friends. Or more. I don't know. It's 2025. My boyfriend keeps dodging our breakup talks. He leaves as I start to talk. Yeah, well, like.
Yeah, because
I
if
guess
he's
I wouldn't
not in
do
the
that.
room,
But
you
yeah,
can't
like poor
break
guy.
up
He's about to get broken up with. He's about to get dumped.
He's really avoiding that one like the plague.
Yeah.
I guess if they're literally avoiding it that badly physically, you have to do it over the phone, which like you really should never
Yeah.
do. That's so disrespectful.
Leave a note.
Even what?
Leave a note.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
leave a
know.
note. Maybe on their DoorDash order. Send them an
Yeah.
email.
Corner
Carrier
'em,
pigeon. Like if they don't want to hear it, they're gonna
Trap
have to
'em.
eventually trap them,
duct
handcuff
tape.
them.
Yeah, make it like a kinky sex thing and like handcuff him and just dump him.
I know, make him think he's about to have the best sex of his life.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm breaking up with you. I'm so sorry. Here's the key to your handcuffs. You can
Ball
let yourself
gag him.
out.
I have a ball gag if you need it. This is a leftover from something. All right. Well, that was the end of our rapid fire round. So, with that, we'll get into our scary story time segment. So, I can queue up a few that are, I think, have more like substance to them. If they bring up any stories that you might think of off of it, you can tell that story. Or if there's another story that you want to tell, that's like last time I told a scary that has haunted me for honestly years that I just still can't seem to shake no matter how much time passes by. So
I don't have the craziest of scaries, but my friend does, and she did
Okay.
give me permission to
That
tell
counts.
one of her best ones. So
Like,
I can tell
let's
one of
hear
her
it.
scaries. So I guess one time she was hooking up with a guy in a restaurant because he worked at the restaurant.
ooh.
So they like hooked
Was
up
it
on.
an Olive Garden? What restaurant?
No, it was like
Unlimited
a regular,
breadsticks?
It was like a random like small town restaurant or whatever. It wasn't
Okay.
like a chain. So she's hooking up with him in this restaurant as like after he closes, sleeps with him on the booth or whatever.
Okay.
Goes home.
The leather would be sticky, but continue.
Yeah, it's each their own. Goes home and then apparently wakes up to a bunch of texts.
Yeah.
Hey girl, the guy that you slept with last night ended up stealing all the money in the register after you left, and every single coworker to find out what happened watched the tapes from last night.
Oh my god.
And about 10 people have seen your involuntary sex tape.
Oh my god.
So-
That's. I mean, you have to know that the restaurant probably has camera.
But
has a
I guess
camera.
you just didn't know that the man you were sleeping with is, a
Oh
felon.
yeah, that too. I'm like thinking
Thief.
about that. Well, yeah. I mean, if he's like is now selling the tape too. Like, if he was like really smart and he wanted to make money, he would have taken the cash and the record of the tape and started selling that.
I
But
literally think he must have just been so down bad because I think she told me there was like less than $200 in the register.
yeah, I know everyone's paying with credit cards nowadays.
Yeah,
Well,
so he was down bad.
Yeah, who's going to the restaurant paying cash?
No one.
And also, like whatever cash is probably getting tipped out to like the waitresses too. Have you ever been like a waitress or like worked at a restaurant?
I was a hostess for a little bit when I
could
was like
see that.
19.
I think that everyone, not this is a weird pivot, but I think everyone in their life should be work in the service industry at least
Absolutely.
once. I think it builds so much character.
Yeah,
and
I also
respect.
think everybody should work a retail job at least once.
Yeah, retail. I think same thing. Just like customer facing, but also multitasking, and also some situation where someone can just treat you like shit, because then it gives you total respect for that in the future.
Yeah, like the way people treat service workers and like restaurant people is crazy to me.
Yeah.
So.
Plus, you can learn how to steal.
Oh yeah. Or you can just learn how to steal $72.
Who says I
from a
didn't do
cash
the same
register.
thing? I just didn't get caught. Just kidding. All right, that is a good scary story. I have a few other ones that are kind of queued up here too. But a guy asked to hang with me, yet he left 5 minutes after we hooked up and then told everyone.
Well, at least he was proud to hook up with you.
That
He
was
told everyone.
Yeah, he told everyone. Okay, so I've not saying that like I've done this, but like definitely back in like a college days, like this person needed an ego boost. Like they
Yeah.
definitely either were in a dry spout if they left after 5 minutes. If it only lasted 5 minutes, this dude's been.
Yeah, but your
But then you now
you're
like
ego boost worthy then,
yeah,
which is the best compliment.
yeah. But I think like telling everyone, that's also a weird one too, because like, are you in the same friend group? Like, who are you telling that then you would know? Like, I feel like this is probably a younger or more like intimate friend group, like an inter-friend group hookup, because otherwise, like if he's just telling his friends, how do you know?
Or like if you're like that one person on campus that everyone thinks is hot.
Yeah.
And then somebody hooks up
Yeah,
with you.
that's true.
Then they're
That's
bragging
true.
about it.
Or if you're like, someone noteworthy and they wanted to tell his friends.
Yeah, so like you're a celebrity now.
Yeah, I think
Congrats.
also him finishing in 5 minutes, that's a compliment. That's,
That has nothing to do with you.
yeah.
It's a good thing.
It's like, it's not 30 seconds. It's at least a little bit.
Yeah, 5 minutes is actually like really long.
Yeah, I mean, 8 minutes held. That's like
like who wants to
borderline
have
too
sex for
long.
5 minutes? Exhausting.
Yeah. So I think there's a win. All right, this is one. Gave a guy a second chance after he ghosted me. He ended things again because I'm too anxious.
Because you're too anxious is devastating.
But also, at least this time he gave you the feedback. Like, he could have ghosted you again, but he's like, you know what? Actually, I'm going to tell you what's wrong. You're too anxious.
But I feel like telling somebody they're too anxious just makes them more anxious.
True.
It's like feeding a fire.
But
that's
at
all.
least they could maybe work through it, like in therapy or something.
Yeah, like get a therapist or just watch this podcast because this is not technically, but
Yeah.
therapy, not technically.
This person, though, sounds like an avoidant, though. Like the person who is like like the ghosting and then.
The ghosty?
Yeah. Yes.
the ghoster,
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
ghostie?
No, the person who. Yeah, wait. What's
The person that
other-
got ghosted?
The person who left. It seems
ghoster.
like an avoidant, yeah.
Clearly.
Because if she's anxious and then avoidant, so that it seems like they actually both have some work to kind of go through because they're an incompatible kind of attachment style.
Yeah, if they ghosted you, they did you a favor. Clearly, they weren't meant to be with you anyways.
Yeah.
So let them
And
go.
he actually might be projecting too that maybe he is so avoidant with how he feels and he just sees you being able to express maybe your feelings could come off as anxious to him because he just like can't do that at all.
Yeah, that's a good point. You might like not even actually be anxious. They
Yeah.
might just not be able to handle serious conversations or worries or concerns.
I don't know. Just be delusional after and do whatever you want. It's
Always.
fine. It's like odds are we're in a simulation, so just enjoy it.
Yeah, the world's gonna end in like 5 years.
This is a good one. How do I end things with a guy that I'm seeing? Nice, just not compatible, but I feel bad.
You make your roommate send the text. Been there.
I think you just do it like that.
Yeah, you just tell them, just hey, like I've really enjoyed spending time with you, and unfortunately, just don't think that we're compatible past like a friendship.
Yeah.
But that's not to say that I didn't enjoy our time together, and
Yeah.
I truly do hope the best for
That
you.
does suck though. Like I like the whole nice guy. Like, don't call me nice. Like, call me something else.
Just be honest, yeah.
Yeah, just
say you don't have feelings for me.
yeah. But also, I mean, unpack that. Like, do you not like a person that's not like? Are you looking for someone that's? Are you used to relationships where they're not nice and they treat you like shit, and now you're kind of hooked on that?
Yeah, like is your kink toxicity?
Yeah.
Is he not
And
toxic
it's
enough
just
for
like
you?
he's
Just be
giving you
honest.
attention and is present and respectful, and that's just not it.
Is he not starting fights with you for funsies?
Yeah.
Like
is he like not sleeping with other women?
Yeah, how dare you sound so boring. Dump him
Yeah,
right
like
now.
is he nice or are you the problem?
Or
I
is
think,
are you just not attracted to him? Is
yeah.
that it?
Yeah, or if you're just not attractive to him, you're not compatible, then just like that's the conversation and you move on and like don't waste his time.
Yeah, and if they're nice, like you're saying they're nice, then they're gonna probably send back a nice
Yeah.
text. Like, I totally understand. Thanks for your
Yeah.
time. I hope the best for you too.
He'll find a nice girl.
Yeah, go find a nice girl, nice guy.
All right, this is another. What does it mean when a guy says he's not looking for a relationship?
It means he's not looking for a relationship.
It's not that complicated, men are simple. Okay, there's two ways I would interpret this, like regardless of whether you're a guy or a girl. That person is just like in a promiscuous era.
Yeah.
And they're just trying to sleep around, whether they're newly out of a relationship or, for example, if they're moving or they're in a transitional life stage where it just like doesn't make sense to get into a committed relationship. That could be the case. That being said, when you meet the right person, it doesn't matter who it is, you make it, or like what you're doing in your life, like you're making it work with them. Like
I
if you
agree.
really felt it. So like what they're not looking for a relationship with you.
Yeah, and as much as that hurts to admit to yourself.
Yeah.
I totally agree. I think that if somebody yes, in theory, like your life might not be set up for a relationship, but when you do find that right person, like you work around that.
Yeah.
So,
And I think guys, what I was trying to get at with it, like guys tend to do the former, I'm just fucking around, I think, more than girls. But when like a girl says it, she's probably just trying to be nice and let you know that you're not the person.
yeah, girls will more often say they're not looking for a relationship if they don't like you.
Whereas like a
So-
guy just transparently might just be immature and fucking around. And but I've stopped saying this because of that reason. Like if it's you, I'm not going to say that I'm not looking for a relationship because nothing hurts more. I've had it happen to me, and then there's nothing that hurts more than this person then getting into a relationship immediately after.
Yeah.
And it's just the gut punch. It's like you could read between the lines, but so yeah, that's what that means. All right, I think speaking of relationships, you are in one, right?
I am.
And he's here with us today.
He is.
Andrew. So we do have a new segment that we're trying out today. It's called Likely Culprit. So I'm gonna read a scary, and I have some whiteboards here, and we're gonna assign who we think most likely of the three of us. Andrew, if you'd like to join us, we'd love to have you. Who of the three of us is the most likely culprit of this scary? And these are all still real submissions, and we didn't do any of them. They're not our submissions, but
Yeah, we swear they're not us.
yeah, none of them are us. All right, well, come join us. We'll get you a mic and you can hop on in. All right, so we got the whiteboards here.
All right.
And you guys can pick your favorite color. I wanted to give you guys options.
Red.
Everyone
Oh,
say
wait, I'm
hi,
wearing-
Andrew. So, I'm going to read a scary, and we are going to each, without showing each other, write down who we think the most likely culprit is, and then we'll both turn it over to the camera. And for those listening, we'll read them out loud.
If it's like a bad one or like an embarrassing one, write Matt.
Just write me.
Just write Matt. Because like you know I would never.
Or the Kirkland, yeah. I tried not to go crazy. I'm not trying to end your guys' relationship here.
Who is most likely to cheat? Matt writes Kayla. Matt, no.
It's like I write the Ron note from Jersey Shore. All right, so the first scary in our likely culprit series is I have a severe case of DADS. That's the day after drinking shits and want to die.
I wonder.
All right, does everyone have their picks?
Yeah.
Hold up, my handwriting's bad. I'm really slow. Yep.
It's okay. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Ooh, we got 2 Kaylas.
There's no way.
That's crazy.
It's so you.
I haven't even pooped around.
Yeah.
You
So
talk
I-
about
Wow,
having to
yeah,
poop
have you
all the
guys pooped?
time.
October, I've been seeing her since.
You guys
And
still
I've not
haven't
even
pooped in
pooped.
front of each other? Have you? She
Exactly.
pooped in front of you?
I just
No,
haven't.
I have not.
No, and it's not even because I've been trying not to. I just
Yeah.
straight up haven't had to poop.
Yeah.
But he doesn't set it up to be ezy for me. He literally looked at me
Well,
the
you
other day while we
probably
were in
have-
bed, and he was like, "You look like your poops would smell."
Yeah.
Excuse
maybe.
me?
I mean, if you had dads, maybe after a day of drinking.
Okay, guys. Apparently I
That
have
says
IBS.
something though about you probably do you take probiotic? Like if you're Andrew, I'm talking to you, like because if you have like healthy shits that you're never doing it around her, that's probably a good sign.
No, I'm good. I don't have like any IBS or anything like that.
That's good. Good stuff. All right, we'll do the next one. I spent $500 that I don't have on a tattoo.
Interesting. Don't. Matt, do you have any tattoos?
It's a good question. I don't. My dad said that from a young age that we couldn't get tattoos, and it's like been traumatizing.
Dads, am I right? That's why I don't have one. You switching them? You put Matt, you put me.
For Kayla.
Yeah.
I have no tattoos.
I know, but Kayla would the $500.
I feel like, do you have tattoos?
I don't.
Do you have tattoos?
Yeah. But like little ones.
But
But
you
I
can't
would
get
spend
married in-
$500 on just something like dumb.
You can't get married in a Jewish cemetery now.
I can't get married in a Jewish. Darn
buried.
it! There went venue number one. Now I'm gonna have to do it in like a temple.
Wow, yeah. Like if you
Yeah.
wanted a ghost themed wedding in the.
That'd be sick. With Ouija boards? No, he's so afraid of Ouija boards. He'd never.
No, we don't. We don't.
Yeah,
do that.
We don't
do
even
those.
discuss
No,
those.
No Ouija boards.
Yeah, my grandmother's very not happy at the fact that everybody in my family has tattoos because she thinks she's gonna have to be buried alone.
Yeah.
I told her I don't care if we're Jewish. I'll cremate all of us.
Fair enough. I mean, you could just get them removed. I mean, by the time we're dying, hopefully, there's like good removals.
Yeah, if they're cheap. I like my tattoos. though.
Speaking of like Ouija boards, so this used to be an antique shop, the studio before. So like I'm a little convinced, and this clock too was from it.
So it's haunted.
I refurbished it, and by that I mean it was all dusty, and I just wiped it down. It doesn't work still, but it might be haunted. So just we're not bringing any Ouija boards in here.
I don't like that.
Andrew's so afraid of ghosts.
Yes.
Let's Ouija board for an episode in the future, and please bring him.
No. Deal breaker. All right, I accidentally woke up next to a man who spoke Russian. All right, let's turn him. Unfortunately, I know it's me. I feel like this might have happened.
No,
like,
this-
just after a crazy night out, it's like, shit. Like,
Yeah, this will be you in Antigua.
yeah, maybe. Yeah, not even like sexually, just like I feel like I would just end up like I've woken up underneath picnic tables. I've woken up really in a lot of different places. So like next to a Russian man, like whatever, it was a hostel. I don't know.
Were you the guy from the earlier Scary that slept on that girl's balcony?
Maybe it could have been me.
Expose yourself right now.
Just like that one time I got drunk and joined the USSR.
What?
My luggage was stolen in Europe, leaving me with just the clothes I have on right now. Ready?
Yeah.
I went with, ooh, this was a mixed
What'd you
bag.
put?
I put
Andrew?
Andrew because I feel like he'd be fine. Like, I feel like if you didn't have your clothes, like you got it stolen, you probably have like something like this where you could, versatile and like stand in Europe. I also gave you a little accent E because you're in Europe.
I like
Andrew.
it. No, I agree.
I feel like I'd have a carry-on with like a whole set of other clothes. Like I would be prepared.
Well, you can ask Kayla. I only have like 3 shirts.
There
Yeah,
you
I was
go.
gonna- he's like a super condensed packer.
Yeah.
Like if he lost his whole entire luggage, it would be like 3 shirts and a pair of
Yeah.
pants.
Well-
I put you because I feel like you travel a lot.
I do travel a lot, but that's why I would have the backup clothes. Like I'm prepared for that. If that happened, I would
That is
not
a
be.
good point.
The key factor for me was the having only the clothes that you have on. That would never happen to me because I always have the carry on.
Always prepared.
Yeah. Yanked it 4 times yesterday instead of being productive.
What was it? Yanked
I
it
yanked
4
it 4
times?
times instead of being productive. Ready?
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds pretty fucking productive to me. I don't know, 4 times?
It's a lot.
It's like
That's productive. That's like
breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a snack in between. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. 1 per meal.
And dessert.
Sent a screenshot about my situationship right back to him instead of the girls' group chat.
Damn. I think I have done that.
No, like this wouldn't. I like guys screenshot stuff, but like not nearly at the rate that girls do. And then like sending it, like this has never happened to me. It's happened to me in like other situations, like work situations, where it's like, can you believe this person said this to me? And then you
Yeah.
like send it back to the person. But I actually have a really good excuse for when this happens. You just be like, yo, do you see this like on my screen? Like, is yours showing this?
Oh.
And it's like, and then I'd be like, oh, I had my phone inverted, like the color. It's just like a stupid thing.
Yeah, girls do this
Like,
all
is
the
yours
time.
doing this?
Especially with situationships too. Like
not
girls
that
will
deep.
literally screenshot a hey and it having a capital H versus a lowercase h and be like,
Yeah.
what does this mean?
Like a period.
Yeah. If it's a period. you
Period,
need
it's
to.
like run. It's over. Okay, thought I woke up next to someone, but thankfully it was just a wig. Ready?
Yeah.
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 This happened actually. I went to a wig party recently. Some of my friends had a wig party and everyone had to bring a different wig, and then every like 15 to 20 minutes we do a wig swap,
Wait, I love that.
which is like disgusting and a surefire way to get lice. I farted in yoga and everyone looked at me, so I started to cry.
Oh, cry?
Flip.
Yeah.
I went
So-
with Kayla at first. but
Unbelievable. You think I
then-
do yoga? Yeah, no, that's Andrew.
So my thing is, I would fart in yoga. I wouldn't cry. I think it's hilarious.
He'd
Yeah.
die
Well, you could
laughing.
cry laughing.
He'd cry
It didn't say
laughing.
why.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd cry laughing. That's so funny.
This happened to me recently, not farting, but being near the farter, and it just kept happening, and it was a guy, and I was just like, dude, like, you're right next to me now. Everyone thinks it's me, so then I'm looking around like, whew, like, who did that? Like, it's
You know the best area to fart?
where?
Airplane. Because
my
you
God.
can't tell and it's a little bit loud.
So anonymous. So anonymous. I'll fart. I'm an airplane farter, I will say. Like, there's something about being 30,000 feet in the air that just makes me a little gassy.
Oh, I mean, or it could be the food they're feeding you.
That's true. And I always eat like a burger right before. So I feel that. Speaking of, spent $30 on Taco Bell and it gave me food poisoning.
It's Kirkland. It would be me, though, for sure.
Definitely, Kayla. I put Kirkland because it's actually a true story. When he was a puppy, we lived on the same street as the Taco Bell in South Boston. And so he used to go in there all the time, and they used to like give him tacos at the end of the night because they loved him in there. And he got severe like diarrhea from it.
Well, maybe don't like let Taco Bell people give your dog tacos.
Yeah, I mean, in retrospect, like I didn't realize how sensitive their tummies are.
Dad
and,
lesson.
I was trying to be a good dad. You know, he was like, he was excited.
Taco Bell today.
Yeah, he must have because he did a diarrhea in the bathroom. in the middle of this.
It's not conclusive. It could not have been him.
I mean, we have everything on camera, actually.
It was the ghost.
Did drunk karaoke last night. That doesn't give me the scaries. Depending on if it was like at Hong Kong or something.
As long as I'm getting 12
You
chickens
can
on a stick
smell the
after.
last person's breath on the mic before. Yeah, it was me. I didn't even have to update mine.
You said me?
But Kayla, you're a
Yeah.
good singer. That's like,
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, I dodged
you're
karaoke.
like actually, it's.
Yeah.
Thank you. 2.1.
See, people that are good at karaoke, like good singers, can't do karaoke.
Exactly. I wouldn't want to make everybody else feel bad.
Yeah.
So I stay away
It's
from
just
the
like
mic.
then you come off as like a tryhard. It's like either you're hitting the voice or you're like don't. There's no when you're actually a good singer,
Yeah.
you can't be doing karaoke.
No, those are my least favorite people. Like if you go up there and like belt a Kelly Clarkson song,
it's-
well,
No,
leave the
I'm
bar.
not clapping.
Yeah, I'm not clapping. Leave the bar. We hate you.
Yeah, that's it's weird. All right, well, I mean that's all we got for this segment. And before we get into wrapping up things, I did have a gift for you
Is it
for
Kirkland?
being no, it's not Kirkland. It's an expensive gift for being the first guest, and it is very meaningful and very special. So I wanted to give it to you before we wrap things. So here it is. It's a painting that I made.
It's beautiful.
It's from home.
Picasso.
Yeah. Can you guess when I made it?
Where you made it?
Like how old I was?
Oh, it was definitely yesterday. What's the snowman's face doing exactly?
He's a little drunk.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually, so believe it or not, this wasn't from like middle school, high school, or even college. This was from actually yesterday would have been the closest answer. It wasn't that long ago that I painted this. And then I took it to a Shake Shack and I dropped ketchup on the snowman's face.
Oh, okay. I thought the ketchup
was-
was his nose.
No, it was one of those like wine night things.
Uh-huh.
So
I thought there was like a cigar sticking out of his neck.
there was a cigar until I dropped ketchup on it.
Okay. I mean, at
And
least
then
it's
his
Shake Shack
nose-
ketchup.
He's like it looks like his carrot nose is on fire, but we can
I-
do it to the
thank
camera.
you.
But I
I'm
wanted
gonna-
to give you something meaningful.
I'm going to put it up in my living room. I'm literally going to put it up in my
Yeah,
living room.
it's all
That's the
yours.
bit. Is people are going to be like, what is that? And it's going to have a story to it.
Yeah, and you'll
Wow.
always remember the first guest.
Gorgeous.
All right. Well, with that, there's one other thing we have to do, and that's award the scary of the week. And you can help weigh in. You heard all of them. So what was the craziest story that you think you heard this week?
I'm going with slept with 2 married men within 2 hours. Look, what are we doing, babe?
That's a good one. What do you think?
do you
Were there
think?
any other ones that come to mind?
Married man.
2 married men? I'm trying to think of like what
Or-
was another.
No, the roommate one. Didn't she sleep with her roommate's?
Thought about
Best
it.
No, she
Oh, she
definitely thought about it.
Thought about
No,
it. Oh,
she
I thought
liked
she
it.
did.
She had a crush
I
on
thought she
him.
did. Yeah.
She
I
probably
heard-
would have given the chance.
I heard she did, and I was like, that's actually crazy.
Keep one eye on that one.
Yeah, well, if she did it, I should follow up.
Yeah,
should follow up
I
on
wish you
this.
could follow up with these scaries.
I know, but I like to keep them anonymous.
Good point, good point.
Yeah, I think 2 married men in 2 hours, that's almost as productive as jerking it 4 times in a day. So We'll award that with the Scary of the Week.
Congratulations. Ah.
They might not love you, but we do. Alrighty. Well, with that, we are going to wrap things for this week. Thank you so much for joining us again for the second episode of the Scaries podcast. I'm your host, Maddie Rossi. This is Kirkland, Andrew, and Kayla. If you enjoyed this episode and you have a friend that might have the Scaries, send this on over to them to hopefully help them out and help them remember that no matter what they did last night, there's always someone out there that did something worse. And if you would love to give us some love, we would love if you'd follow at the Scaries Pod across platforms. Kayla, you want to say what your handle is across platforms?
Yeah, it's Kayla Michelle Fisher on everything.
And mine is the Maddie Rossi. Andrew,
I don't have anything.
just at Andrew.
He's a good one. He doesn't have social
Just
media.
give him some
really.
love in the comments. And with that, we'll let you get back to your Sunday resets, or if you're rotting in bed, that's totally fine too. And we will see you next time. Have a great week and go make some more Scaries. Bye.
Bye.
At least you went in the bathroom. It's like diarrhea.
Kirkland, it's okay.
Oh, God. Come on, dude. All right, no one used the bathroom. I'm going to shut the door. If you got to go, we'll pick that up. I'm like, it smells like...
You sniped
smells like a cheesesteak.